Interested in getting an Empire Steam tank on turn 5, or maybe even by turn 4? Well, all you have to do is capture Nuln and appoint an Elector Count there. Obviously easier said than done though, so let's go over the details. This will tank your Imperial Authority by 4. Very likely not the most optimal start, but a fun one for sure. Now to achieve this start, all you have to do is attack Helmet right in front of you at the start of your Empire campaign. And very important here, we're gonna fight the battle to make auto-resolves much better down the line. So of course, minimizing losses is gonna be very important, so make sure you chase down their archers with your cavalry, and ensure that your handguns have a clear line of sight on their lord. Just make sure he doesn't dual frames, or you're gonna take a little bit too much damage. And also a small tip, you don't have to chase down all the units. This arm is unique since it always disappears after the battle. Now assuming all that went well, and you didn't friendly fire your own infantry with your mortars, something I would obviously never do, you can then auto-resolve the settlement and start recruiting archers. Though honestly, you can recruit basically anything and it should suffice. Now moving on to turn 2, your tasks are pretty simple. Just put friends in this forest for 80 or 90% ambush chance, and in this case I'm just gonna go with 80 since it's easier to find, and then recruit a lord to recruit more infantry. If everything's set up just right, you have the perfect situation to bait the AI into attacking you. And over the end turn, as long as you're not incredibly unlucky, you're gonna get an ambush. Now this one's important to play too, but thankfully it's much easier than the first battle. Just make sure you don't take too many losses from your own mortar and you'll be fine. Now of course, chasing off as many troops as possible is way better, but even if a decent amount make it out, all you gotta do is siege Nuln and they'll sally out to attack you. And if you manage to keep most of you guys alive, you should be able to auto-resolve this fight too, assuming you're totally fine losing half of your army. But of course, if you want, feel free to play the battle too. But with all that done, your task is complete, and on legendary difficulty no less. You can put your recruited lord into the Elector Count slot, and boom, you have your Steam tank. And even better, because Nuln has no armies left, you can convince them to pay you and sign a peace treaty just for giving back Nuln. But unfortunately, this is a little bit of a bait, because no, your Imperial Authority will not get fixed by this, and yes, they will declare war on you the next turn after. But remember, this campaign start's meant to be more fun than optimal. If you're a complete agent of chaos like myself, I hope you find this at least mildly useful. And if you happen to not have access to the Empire, have no fear. I have a fanatical link down below where you can purchase Warhammer 1, which comes with the Empire for 20% off. And on top of that, you help support the channel at the same time.
Missile infantry!